All right, and it's the top of the third round of combat. We started combat last week and got a couple rounds in. I see Adam is joining us now. And so let me drop Adam into the initiative before we go any further, because he wasn't here with us last week. We'll put him here at the back of the room.
I wasn't here last week either.
Oh, right. Oh, the whole balance of power in this fight just changed.
Waha.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Thank goodness. We needed them. Or we do need them.
How much of the stuff in here is undead?
Let's see. There's 3 whites, a ghost. 3 whites and a ghost.
What's this?
That is the ghost of Graxigak. That is the ghost of a half-dragon troll. That the visitor is apparently trying to wrest control of this spirit away from another powerful entity and make it service him. And that's what this whole ordeal is about. The visitor is trying to seize control of Graxigak so that he will do his bidding instead of that of his current master.
So we're at the top of the round?
We are. I rolled in Silas and Space Bear. Space Bear, you got in on a 4, but Silas, you're jumping in on a 20, which actually puts you first.
All right. So
Well, clearly, Adam didn't roll it.
Are we picking up cards for that since you rolled it?
hey, can I take it?
I'm good either way.
How generous is Dan?
What's your initiative though? If you got a net 20.
My initiative, if I rolled a nat 20, would be 20.1.
Oh, okay. All right. So take a card. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, those are true rolls, I think.
I rolled it with my group initiative thing, so I didn't. No, there it is. 20. Right.
Yeah, because I've got a 0.1 to my initiative bonus.
Right.
So who does this spirit currently belong to? Is it like who currently has control of it?
I'm trying to see if you guys know that, and
We don't know that.
Okay,
You don't know that.
well, this is what the visitor said when the ghost of Graxigak appeared. The visitor shouted, "Behold your new master! No longer shall you slave away for that foul witch."
Okay. I'm going to take 2 steps forward, and I'm going to force Graxigak to make a wisdom saving throw against control undead.
Okay, he is a CR4. Does that make any difference?
Nope, he's below my level.
Okay. So it is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Ooh,
4.
Not good.
It doesn't matter who Graxigak is, he's mine now.
Just another one to your collection.
Put him on your belt.
He's. I realize at this really very intense moment of trying to wrestle control of this ghost, and here I am.
Poor Dan's like, God damn it.
I'm sorry, Dan. I
Oh
have my
no,
turn here.
no, it's quite all right. It's quite all right. Here, I'll let you off the hook. Control of him is a limited thing.
Okay.
Because until the ritual is complete, he can't move or take any actions.
That's okay. I just wanted him to be completely kind of just done here.
Yep. He was not an active participant in this fight. He was a victim of the ritual.
That's okay. He can no longer be a victim of it because it doesn't matter who has control of them. He responds to me.
Right. You've stepped in and assumed control of the situation. Right.
Exactly. So that's my turn.
All right. All right. Now this white here had a grip on Chove. But Chove, you broke that grapple. You weren't
Yep.
able to get out of the pool of water, though.
No.
So the way the pool works, it says any creature that touches the water within the pool must make a con save or take 4d10 necrotic damage. What it doesn't come out and say, well, is that just the first time you ever touched the pool, or what counts as touching the pool twice? It's like, do you have to leave and then come back in, and then when you come back in, you roll it again? So I'm not really sure. I mean, I could, if I wanted to rule aggressively, I could apply that every single round.
I will say from that first round alone, if you get another good roll like that, Chove would probably be out of commission in the next turn. So I'll leave that to you.
So we'll give you a chance to get out of the pool. And the white is, rather than trying to grapple you and resubmerge you into that water, he's going to hit you with a life drain. Does a 17 hit? I think it does.
Yes.
All right. So that's 7 necrotic damage, and you have to make a con save.
Not again. Oh, good.
Okay.
Woo!
So no hit point reduction. And I was just checking, the white doesn't gain those hit points. There's nothing in the language that says it drains it from you, but he doesn't get it. So it's not like he recovers hit points. That is all he can do. And we go to Shantala.
So I'm concentrating on silence there.
Right, and that's what the big 20-foot radius is.
Right. So I think I'm going to do something really unusual for me, because it's not super effective, but oh, yay!
Hey.
Towards the visitor.
All right. Visitor is armor class 16. So you
Not
hit
a lot of damage, but
for 5
every little bit.
damage. Okay, every little bit counts.
And it doesn't use a spell slot, so
-5. He is not concentrating on any effect right now, so he doesn't have to make any con saves. And if that's it for Shantala, we will go to this next white who has Valmo grappled. And is gonna try to hit you with the life drain, Valmo. 21, I think, hits?
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
And at these Constitution.
Right.
I'm going to do this right in. Constitution plus. That's just a D20, right? For the saving throws?
You might have bonuses depending on.
Yeah. So 13.
What's your pluses? Do you
Plus
run up?
2.
Do you? So you made it. Okay. So just take the 4 damage, and you don't reduce your hit point maximum. And Fancy, you are concentrating on the confusion, which is represented by that smaller green inner circle.
That is correct. Cast and mantle.
On who?
Boom.
Silas.
Okay.
Boom.
Valmo, who's grappled.
So I can't move?
Right.
Or can I move?
Now you're grappled.
So you want to give it to somebody else?
Why? Why wouldn't that break a grapple?
Probably because
I
that's
think-
not what Mantle of Inspiration does.
Yeah, I think it would specifically say if it
Okay.
did anything like
That-
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
it's
I'll put it on.
it's a physical grapple, so
Can you give it to Chove since she's low on hit points?
I already did.
Okay.
yeah.
Shantala then.
Oh, thanks.
I would have argued that all night though. Just kidding.
Joe came ready for a fight. All right, and if that's it for Fancy, we go to the grappled Valmo.
So which one's grappling me?
The one
This
to the
one?
south.
One to the south. All right.
Yep.
I had to restart my Davion, so hopefully this works.
Okay, 10 bludgeoning damage.
And then another one for the lightning damage.
11.
And then I'm going to use my war feature for another attack. War priest.
Okay, not so much on that one.
And that's it.
All right. Regold, for his part, let me go back and review here. Regold, start of each round, he takes 11 necrotic damage. Okay, so Regold, who is submerged in the water, has now begun to drown. So he's going to be making death saves, but he's going to be making them all at disadvantage. And at this point, it says all of his thrashing has stopped. So you can't see him due to the opaque water. But he apparently has stopped thrashing and is now actively dying. But not yet. He's making death saves, but not yet. So we'll mark him as such and go on to Chove.
Okay. Thank you for those hit points, Fancy. Definitely appreciated that. Let's see. How far is everyone?
I'm sorry. Before we go on, Valmo started and ended his turn still in the water. So Valmo, make another con save against the water. Okay, you did not make it. It was a DC 13. So you take 26 necrotic damage from the pool of oily black liquid. Okay, Chove, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna move here, and this is the one that has the grapple on Valmo.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna move there, and I'm gonna hit it with my bow.
Okay, I think 14 hits. Yes, it does. Okay, for 9 piercing damage.
And I'm just
That's
gonna add
magical.
my dreadful strike to it.
12 altogether. All right, you sink an arrow deep into him, but he is maintaining his grapple.
Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna stay there. I don't want to necessarily get too close to the pool again.
Okay. All right, this white, he's been turned by Valmo, so he can't get any closer to Valmo. What's the green? Confusion?
I think that's right.
Correct.
So he has to, we have to see what he can even do on his turn. The short and easy answer is he doesn't get to do anything this turn because he is still confused.
Those are the three. He's got to roll.
And so he doesn't get to act because of the confusion. Now he gets to repeat his what wisdom save against confusion, right? And I don't think he made it, so he remains confused. All right, Graxigak is incapacitated during the ritual. He still can't move or act or anything. He looks very agitated and unhappy to be there. Space Bear.
Okay. Quick question first. Have
Yeah.
we had a rest? Since I wasn't here last week, or am I still spell
No, we
slow?
didn't rest.
No, we didn't rest.
No short rest even.
No.
I think we did a short rest. We can say for the sake of benefit of the doubt, we did a short rest.
Oh yeah, we did, and we were ambushed.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action hex on this guy right here. It's a white, right?
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna hex him, and
Ooh, okay, so now he is resistant to necrotic.
Yeah.
So he takes a total of 6 damage on that second blast.
Yep.
All right.
That's it.
All right. The visitor now gets to go. Now he's confused. Thank you for putting up that confusion spell, Fancy. So an affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of his turn. All right. So here it comes. 6. 2 to 6, the creature doesn't move or take actions this turn. All right, so he doesn't do anything. At the end of each of its turn, an affected target can make a wisdom saving throw. If it succeeds, the effect ends. Okay, so here comes his wisdom saving throw. He's not out of the woods.
Fancy, he confuses people.
Yeah, Fancy's between Fancy and Shantala, they've got this fight nailed down. Everett.
So the gold is underwater, right?
Regold is underwater and dying, right?
If I snipe the visitor and it explodes, it won't hit him because he's underwater.
I'll go for that.
Good. So I snipe him. Let's try.
All right, 16 you needed.
Didn't hit. Oh,
No,
it explodes anyway.
but it explodes,
The
so
visitor,
he makes
the visitor
his,
takes that.
Does confusion give him any disadvantage on saves or anything? Not necessarily. Okay, so here he comes with his dex save. So he made his dex save, so he takes half of that. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, so 4 cold damage to the visitor.
Well, I'm off to a roaring start, am I not?
All right.
As a bonus action,
Yep.
you look like you're not doing very well, so I'll healing word you. Would have been nice to have up and ready. So I had 20 minutes before my turn came. Let's see. Healing word.
All right.
something. Have 6.
I've been waiting for Silas's turn.
Oh,
Healing
yeah.
word on who?
He's like the Brock Lesnar of the.
Balmo.
Oh, I guess.
So which one is currently grappling Valmo?
The one in the southern corner.
Okay, I'm going to just step over here, and I'm going to... actually, hold on. I have... That's 5. I'm going to take the opportunity attack. I'm going to move myself into flanking with this creature. That white that white right here gets an opportunity attack if he so chooses.
He does.
But anyways, the white that's grappling, that misses by a long shot. I'm using my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith because I should have done that beforehand. So my armor class is 22. The white's gonna get 2 strikes with the Sun Sword at advantage. Ooh, that was
So
a
a
low
hit.
roll on my D8. Why is
hit.
auto roll damage on?
A hit for 16 is enough to take him out.
Okay, I
Oh,
have
thanks, everyone.
10 feet of movement left, so I'll move back here and I'll take my second strike on this one. There we go. Not at advantage. 12 to hit, that probably misses.
It does miss.
That's unfortunate. Oh well. 12 on my attack is actually pretty low, not gonna lie.
Right. All right. Now this guy here, he's gonna try to grapple you, Silas.
Okay. What's the contested acrobatics or athletics?
Right.
Okay. No.
Yeah, I think you easily beat that.
Well, because here's the thing. What he rolled is my athletics modifier, so I would have beat him regardless.
Right. Yeah, he didn't do a very good job of wrestling you into the pool.
No, he didn't. And even if I did, I'm resistant.
Yeah, he doesn't know that though.
Yeah, I know. It was a good attempt, but poor
Yeah.
execution.
Yep. Shantala.
Okay. This. I'm still going for the visitor. Oh, wah, wah, wah.
Okay, yeah, so the guiding bolt misses, unfortunate. This
Because-
white.
Yeah. Terrible for my modifier, too.
Right. And Fancy.
All right.
Still concentrating on that confusion, which is doing a lot.
Yes, I am. I'm also, because Space Lord has been right next to me and I am within reach of him. I'm giving Space Lord Bardic Inspiration.
I think you're confusing Space Bear and Star Lord.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I think he knows what he said.
I don't know.
I think he knows what he said. It's not Space Lord.
You know who's gonna play me in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
John C. Reilly.
You know,
All right.
Joe, I've always thought of you as the human embodiment of Bender from Futurama.
You know what? I can actually see it.
It's-
Honestly.
Little do we know, this is the true origins of Space Bear.
All right. So you are inspiring Space Bear. All right. And is there anything
Yeah,
else you wanted to do, Fancy?
No.
I feel very inspired.
All right. Valmo,
So I am no longer grappled.
you are no longer grappled. You are free to leave the pool, and I advise you do so, because if you end your turn in the pool, you'll take that damage again.
And I will die. So it doesn't take a roll or anything to leave, right?
No.
Just walk
No.
out.
Nope, you're free to walk out now.
You get that attack of opportunity, too.
Yeah, just
I'll
watch
figure
that
out
one
there.
white, right?
And then I'm gonna finish this right. Warhammer again on this guy.
All right, there's a hit for 10 bludgeoning damage. Is that magical?
I don't know. It's just the Warhammer.
Yeah,
But
I'm going to say no. So
with
he's resistant.
lightning, does it make it magical?
Well, the lightning damage is separate.
Separate,
So
okay.
he takes resistance on the bludgeoning, so he takes 5 plus 2.
So it takes 7.
7 altogether, right.
And for my bonus. And he's resistant to necrotic damage.
Right, he is.
I'm just going to hit him again with the Warhammer.
Okay, a hit for 2.
And then 4.
You get to do that on every attack, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Every attack with the Warhammer.
And it's not even once, because a lot of times that stuff will be like once per turn you can do it, but that says every attack.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, 6 altogether.
And that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Regold gets to make his death save. Let's roll a d20. Ooh, look at that. He succeeded. Chove.
Doesn't he make those checks at disadvantage?
Oh, he does. Thank you. He still made it.
Okay.
All right. So he still makes it. Okay. I will move here just to have like a clear shot. And just because, again, I don't want to risk it. I'm just gonna hit him with my longbow. Does a 12 hit?
The 12 doesn't, but the 23 sure does.
Okay. And just to add on my strikes. Yeah.
All right, 10 points of damage. You sink an arrow into the visitor who's dazed and confused by Fancy's spell.
Oh no, I was aiming for.
I'm sorry. I thought you were going for the visitor. I'm sorry.
No. Just this guy, yeah.
Okay. All right, that guy takes 10 damage then. Okay. Boom. All right, he's still on his feet. This guy gets to roll his d10. Let's see. Let's scroll back up and find that confusion spell. So on a 9, 10, the creature can act normally at the end of each of its turns and affect it. Okay. The creature can act normally.
But he's still afraid of Valmo.
He's still turned, so he does he get any subsequent saving throws against that turn effect?
I think he's supposed to roll every turn.
Yeah, to see if probably right. What's your spell DC?
Is that the save DC is 13?
13. All right, let's see. So he didn't make his save last turn, so he's still turned, so he can't approach. You really got him in a pickle. He can't come out closer to you. All right. If he goes here, does he get any closer to Valmo? I suppose technically.
He's supposed to be moving away from Valmo, though.
Yeah, he has to be
This is
30
terrifying.
feet. He has to stay 30 feet away from me.
So yeah, so he's got to back up.
And this one too, right?
He can't move.
Okay.
He's bound by the ritual.
Okay.
All right, so the white backs up. And
He's confused.
He rolled a 9 on his confusion check.
Nice.
Which means he can act normally. So he's retreating from the save or from the turn undead. And I guess he'll just end his turn here. He's got no targets. He can't approach anybody. So he's just going to make another save against that turn undead, which I don't think he did. So he still can't approach. Graxigax is stuck in his spot, and we go to Space Bear.
All right. This is the guy that's hexed. Is that what the purple is?
Yep.
Okay. So first thing, I'm gonna hit him with Maddening Hex.
Remember, you're inspired.
4 psychic damage.
Yep.
All right.
And I'll hit him with a couple blasts.
The 16 hits and takes him out.
All right.
The 22. Where would you like that directed?
Are we going after the visitor, or can I see this guy?
Yep.
Okay. Then him.
All right. So he's resistant to the necrotic. So 11 points of damage.
All right.
All right. The visitor rolls his d10 for the confusion. What's 1?
Not good.
The creature uses all its movement to move in a random direction. To determine the direction, roll a d8 and assign a direction to its face. Seven. So that puts him running up towards the corner. Uses all of his movement, right? That's what it says, Joe?
Correct.
So he just goes into the corner, wanders out of the effect of the confusion spell area of effect.
You mean the silence?
In silence.
Right, and the confusion.
Oh, that's an area? Oh, right.
That's interesting.
Right.
Right, it is a 10-foot radius. Okay.
All right. So that means at the start of next turn, he's not confused anymore?
Why? Because he went out of range?
I guess, because he left the area of effect.
Is that the way you want to play?
Yeah. There's like 8 of you.
Okay.
Everett.
I will crossbow him in the corner.
All right.
Actually hit something.
10 points. Look at that.
Since there's nobody around, I'll actually come back in the room. As I click on the right thing. Right. Moving. Up to here. I'm done.
All right, Silas.
Okay. What do I want to do? Well, there's only one target. Well, there's only 2 targets left, and I could go for the white, but I kind of just really want to give it to this guy. Uh, yeah, he's out of range. I can't exactly hit him, so I will just cast Sacred Flame.
Nice.
All right, 8
7.
radiant damage.
Yep.
All right. Shantala.
Well, so I don't really have to concentrate on that, but I think I will. Yeah.
Do it.
Nice. And that's against the visitor?
Yes.
All right, 12 points of damage. And you earned yourself a card. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Fancy. Are you able to, does it say anything about as a bonus action or anything about you can move this area of effect?
I checked. Sadly, no. I can't move it.
Right.
Okay, I'm heading to Valmont. All right, I am going to. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this guy.
On the ritual, the ghost in the ritual.
Correct. We're attacking that, right?
Is that
Wait,
Sav, let's just hold.
I'm supposed to get. I just realized I'm supposed to get 3 scorching rays.
Oh, you're right.
I was just so excited at the crit, that I
right?
wasn't paying attention.
I'd do it 2 more times. 2 more times.
Yeah.
All right, 2 hits for 11 more damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
All right, I casted Dissonant Whisper.
Against the ghost that the visitor is trying to summon and control. He's been unable to act so far in this fight.
Oh, okay. I'll pass.
Okay. Did you want to target the white in the corner or the visitor?
Nope. I'll just keep what I'm doing. Sorry for wasting your time. Move
not,
on.
not at all. Not at all. Valmo.
Just the visitor. Hit him with. Scorching Ray.
Ooh, there's a red card. All right. And all the way in the other direction, 12 fire damage for someone who had 12 hit points left.
And the last one will hit that guy in the bottom.
And that'll go against the white.
Yeah.
All right, we go to Regold, who makes his death save at disadvantage. So that's one failed death save. Chove.
Okay, let's see. So it's just this guy over here. Actually, let me see how much movement I have. Or could I actually go this way? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna head on right over there, and I'm gonna start hitting him with my longbow.
All right, so the 11 misses, but the 24 hits for 4 piercing damage. Plus that
And another
is 8. All right. For his part, he's going to attack Regold. He should have had advantage on that, so we'll call that one attack that missed. So we hit on that one, which caused another death save. Another failure on his death save. So with that, we go to Space Bear.
Okay. I guess I'll move my hex over to this guy.
All right.
Try to finish him off. Yeah, not bad.
All right. The 24, that one takes him out.
Need to save Regold, right?
He's about to die. Everett.
Okay. Then go run over this way. When I'm close enough. Now healing word Regold.
You can't see him.
Oh, damn it. I forgot he's underwater.
Yep.
Details. I'm going to go back over here. Wasn't I over there? I was over there somewhere.
Right.
Then enough. I'll shoot my tiny little crossbow at the ghost.
Well, let me, before we do that, the ritual has failed at this point. When the visitor died before Regold, the ritual failed. So even if Regold dies now, it wasn't the visitor wasn't successful. So what says once free from the ritual, the ghost of Graxigak is able to move and take actions, and he immediately moves to the visitor, and if is able, attacks him. So I guess that now puts him under the whole what is Silas's control going to be.
And I'm just going to tell him to halt.
All right. And are you guys going to take steps to save Regold before he... you would have to run over, pull him out of the pool, and stabilize him.
I can just do that on my turn.
Else he is seconds from dying.
Yeah. I'll just... I mean, yeah, I'm within 30 feet of him. So I will pull him out of the water and dump 10 points of lay on hands into him.
All right. Very good.
I am a medic sometimes.
All right, so Regold did not die. Excellent. Okay, let me give you XP.
What happens to the ghost?
Let me give you XP, and then I will read what happens next. So the visitor was worth 1,100. There was 3 whites that were worth 700 each. So there's 2,100. There's 20, 2,100, 3,200.
Big numbers, big numbers.
3,200 divided by 7.
Whims.
We'll say that's 475 each.
Sorry, how much?
Nice.
475.
Okay. And what is our total?
I would have to ask somebody. 24,365, Valmo says.
Yep, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You said 24,365.
Just need a 7 to make it fit. So as the last echoes of battle leave the chamber, the ghostly
We
presence,
are level 7.
The
I'm sorry.
The ghostly presence of Sari. Remember, it was her footprints you followed here. Her ghost manifests in the room, and tentatively, she calls out, and Sari's ghost strolls further into the room, leaving her telltale footprints. At first, it looks as though she is moving to approach Regold. However, she continues past him and steps in front of the ghost of the half-dragon troll. Sari smiles at the large ghost and at the hole in the center of his chest where his heart should be. She takes Graxigax's ghostly hand in her own gloved hands and places it over her heart. Same, the troll grunts. Sari turns to you and smiles as the two figures begin to fade from view. As they fade, Graxigax's smile takes a sinister form as he looks down at the tiny ghost by his side. Gloves, Graxigax says menacingly. The pretty lady looks for gloves. And then they're both gone.
The lady looks for gloves.
Do you want to track them?
Well, where'd they go?
They faded from view. It is unclear where exactly they went.
Let's just follow them. Come on.
I think they went to some other, like,
Ghost heaven.
realm.
Yeah.
Yes.
We won't know.
Well, we would have to know where they went in order to follow them. And I don't think any of us is powerful enough to do that yet anyway.
I mean, I didn't hunter's mark them, so I can't track them.
So there's a few more pieces of treasure here that we have to deal with that the visitor was wearing. He was wearing let me see if I can find it here. He was wearing this. He didn't get to use it in the battle, but that was one of the things. Now, upon the altar, he had placed a few items used in the ritual, including a golden bowl encrusted with rubies and emeralds that was worth a couple hundred gold, a scroll tube gilt in gold and ivory, and he had a spell book as well. I'll paste all this here.
So are we going to take all of that?
I mean, I'm assuming we're taking all this shit. That's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
The
So,
spellbook
No.
will go to
oh,
Warlock?
that spell book. Oh, no, you have to be a wizard to actually learn those, right? You can't. None of us can use that spell book, right?
I'm pretty sure it's a wizard thing, right?
Yeah. None of us can
Oh,
actually use it.
Space Bear can't?
No.
Space Bear's a warlock.
Good job on picking the wrong class.
I can feel the sass from here.
So we definitely want to save that cape for.
Yeah.
I don't know when we'll want it, but
Well, we could still sell the spellbook, right?
Yeah. I
We
mean,
just
most of the
can't
stuff there we can
avoid it.
just sell. Is there anything in the scroll tube?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so it's just an expensive scroll tube.
Right.
guess he's already
Add it
used
to the
it.
treasury
Yeah, just put that in the.
unless someone wants to take something.
I mean, does anybody want the Cape of the Mountebank? I feel like teleporting Paladin is going to be pretty scary for some people.
As long as the teleporting paladin's on my side.
Well,
It would turn Fancy into like Doctor Strange.
It would turn Fancy into Doctor Strange.
It would. Good idea.
we might want to just put it in the treasury and see who needs it.
That is also true.
That's not a bad idea. Like, we kind of rotate on need-based missions.
How far does Dimension Door go?
500 feet in any direction.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you have to know where you're going or just point?
Nope.
Way?
You just
envision a spot within 500 feet.
Oh,
It is really bad if that spot is occupied, though, because then you'll just come back to that same spot and take a bunch of force damage.
You won't land on someone's head.
no.
You don't teleport, and then you just get hit with a bunch of force damage if that spot's occupied.
Yeah, so technically, if you wanted to, you could, like, if you were, like, a sorcerer and casting a spell, you could say, like, I want someone to go use Dimension Door on an enemy and be, like, 300 feet into the ground, and, like, they would die from that.
Except there has to be a willing target. You can't just force people into the
True.
ground.
Yeah. But, like, in theory, like, that's what, if it wasn't that willing target thing, like, that's how powerful it is.
Well, because it wouldn't be able to go into the ground, though, because the ground is an occupied space. It has to be free.
okay.
They would just
Dimension
take
Door like
damage.
500 feet. Do you put Dimension Door 500 feet up in the air? Then
Yep.
when you let go, they drop and take
Mm-hmm.
falling damage.
Yeah, they would just fall.
And that was a robe of Dimension Door.
Cape of the Mountebank, which
Okay,
is
for the mountain, yeah.
Round, I wonder.
so that could be used multiple times, right?
once per day, I believe it is.
Yep.
For whatever reason, it has the same rarity as a Helm of Teleportation, which lets you cast the 7th level teleportation spell 3 times per day.
Huh.
You look better wearing it.
Oh yeah, you absolutely you look way better wearing the Cape of the Mountebank than you do wearing the dumb Helm of Teleportation.
It always fits.
Right. So are we in the middle of the swamp now?
You're in the these ruins in the Glumpen Swamp of this old ancient Yanti temple, and you're at the bottom of this well that puts you on the cross section here. And so up top side is the Yanti camp with the orc slaves.
Right.
What happened to Regold?
Regold is a mess. He even though he was the thrall of the visitor at the time, he is racked with guilt over murdering Sari and his brother. And he is just hysterical and inconsolable. There's not much. He's just kind of cowering in the corner of the temple, and muttering.
Can we encourage him to come with us?
Every
the wrong
time
big-
he just says to get away and leave him alone.
But we could take you home.
Can Fancy try to persuade him?
Sure.
Yeah, persuasion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's.
It's like, come on, come along.
Yeah,
And
he's
sort of
not
like
going to beat
your
that. So he begrudgingly accepts.
He can make up for it by, giving them a good send off.
So Regold asks, "What are you going to do about the orcs and Yanti, the camp at the top side? You snuck your way down here. How are you?
How many of them are there?
We're not sure. Lots.
Lots.
There was at least half a dozen orcs and 3 Yanti.
Do we know about this whole thing over here?
Yes. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
talked
Go
to
ahead.
it.
Yep.
Okay. What's its deal?
It's the guardian of the shrine, and we gave it a little sacrifice to let us in.
What exactly did you sacrifice?
You have to
Oh,
put your hand in the fire, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
two rings, and then he had to put his hand in the fire.
Oh,
He didn't even want the rings. We took them back, right?
Right.
That's right.
Oh, right.
Right. It was like a physical pain.
Yeah.
Kind of a dare sort of thing.
all right. I did not.
Put your
I
hand
mean,
on the
I'm all great for trying to sneak out, but again, clunky plate mail. I do one very specific thing very well.
Beat up on people. You
Pretty
censor
right.
them.
Oh, right.
Ultra
So
violent.
there's a whole camp of well, I'm gonna say hired orcs, but it was implied that they're not hired. There's a whole bunch of full-on orcs who are up above that we snuck past, as well as some kind of, we didn't know who it was because none of us speak Draconic, but apparently there were a few figures who were speaking Draconic in one of the tents. Just, it's gonna be a fight and a half. I'd rather we all be fully rested before we even attempt to fight through that camp.
Sounds
Well,
like it.
I will follow your.
What if we sneak by?
Yeah, couldn't we sneak back out the way we came?
Silas could use the cape to dimension door safety away without alerting people.
I do have one extra. I have one last spell slot to cast Pass Without a Trace also.
I don't think you can use that cape unless I'm attuned to it.
Okay. It didn't say anything about attunement, so
I
No,
believe
it didn't.
does. I believe the cape of the mountebank does require attunement.
A lot of magic items do.
Oh. How long does that take?
An hour.
It's basically resting with it, I think.
Oh.
Oh no, it doesn't require attunement.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, even better.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm a risk to the party because I literally wear plate armor. So if you guys want to sneak out, I'll just teleport.
And you could take 1 or 2 people, or
I can take one other target with me. Who is terrible at stealth?
probably me.
Probably
With
you.
my crossbow.
Give me a direction and we will teleport.
Just back to these trees, this like thicket here to the north.
Oh, yeah, at the bottom. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. So I will just take. I'll just take Valmo and teleport 500 and just teleport a few hundred feet into the thicket.
And you've got plenty of range to do it. All right.
Yep.
So I'll cast Pass Without a Trace on the group so we can all, get through the camp, hopefully.
Shove is awesome.
It is.
Is there many people you could cast that on?
It's basically, it says for the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet. So as long as everyone stays 30 feet of me, I can do the whole party.
Cool.
And what does that technically give you?
It gives us a +10 to dexterity checks.
All right. So I'm gonna give the orcs will make 1 wisdom check with advantage to see what their perception is. So they are not being very alert. So everybody just has to beat a 7.
Well, we have a +10, so we don't even have to roll.
I suppose that's true.
Thank you.
Wasn't there somebody else in the tent too? There's a third person, right? We don't know who that is.
All I know is that they're speaking Draconic. So I don't understand Draconic. Does Spacefarer or Silas understand Draconic?
Nope.
Do I understand Draconic? That's a great question that I don't actually know. Let me check my character sheet. Nope.
It's not a very common one.
Not in my wheelhouse, unfortunately.
All right, so you guys are able to sneak in the middle of the day, sneak out of this large encampment and avoid any kind of confrontation with the Yanti excavation crew, who is working one of the satellite wells to the Vault of the Royal Dead, which you just came out of. So if you're not going to go back and bother them, they are going to remain blissfully unaware of your presence, and you can slip out of the area.
Part of me was so hoping for a fight.
If that was your intention.
I mean, we can go back for a fight. It's just like we need a long rest first.
What time is it right here?
I totally understand your point, but like, I've got one very specific trick.
You have a cape. You have 2 now. You get dimension door.
I have 2 tricks, and that is beating things up and once per day traveling 500 feet in any direction with one other person.
So, the question is, where to now?
I mean, we can finally go to Selinka Pass and deal with the stupid bird.
Well, we should take Raygold back to Erasnu.
Okay.
We definitely should take Raygold back to Erasnu before doing some pest control.
Did we need to go back to Jenny's lair or anything?
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot.
I don't think you had any pressing business.
No.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll pop up if we do.
I mean, she's a hag. If she needs to talk to us, there's nothing gonna stop her.
All right. So after a 3-hour trek through the wilderness, you are able to get back to the outskirts of Erasnu with the very disturbed and dejected Regold. He has a property near the outskirts of the village, and he, without a word, just leaves your group and goes into his house and closes the door without so much as a word of goodbye or thanks.
What a nice individual.
That's awkward.
Very.
Well, you know, people act strange when they're
Well,
grieving.
to be fair, he's still pretty upset about killing his brother
Yeah.
and future sister-in-law.
And almost
So-
dying, probably.
That too.
So what time is it now? If we just went 3 hours.
It is 3 in the afternoon.
Oh. Okay. Anything happening in Erasnu?
Let me see. That's a good thing. Actually, there very well might be. Yes. Let me see what the hook is here. So as you come into town proper, one of the burgomaster's hired guards actually approaches you and says that the burgomaster actually wanted to see you next time you came in town. He had a matter of the utmost importance to the people of Erasnu to discuss with you.
Always of utmost importance.
Uh-oh.
Boy.
Me think he exaggerated.
Probably will exaggerate. Let's go see what this guy wants.
Fine. We're just glad he didn't end up in the pool of water. He's really worried about that.
This is exciting.
Okay. So you arrive at the well-appointed manor of the burgomaster with its high stone walls and lights in every window. As you arrive, the sun is getting ready to set for the day, and the quickening wind is sending flurries of snow to pelt your unguarded faces. But inside, the house is warm and well furnished. You know you've been in there before. A few servants are tending to the burgomaster and his 2 employees. He introduces them as Eugen and Scarcia. They are his tax collectors. So they're all sitting at a large dining table, and the burgomaster greets you warmly and welcomes you to sit and enjoy this 3-course meal of turnip stew, venison, and savory cheeses.
Sounds good. Are we going to do it?
Oh, this was the guy that tried to kill the werewolf, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay.
And we snuck into his house but didn't find anything.
Yeah.
Don't know what you mean.
But he doesn't know that, right? So
I think he doesn't know that. We hope he doesn't know that.
but
Yeah, I
that's
think-
no reason
think-
not to dine with him.
I was about to say, I mean, if anything, I believe he's grateful to us because we did stop the whole fire, the city hall from burning down and all that disaster.
Yeah. I mean, we've done quite a bit for this place. even if most of it's still kind of burnt down.
Let's see what he says. Have a meal.
What could possibly go
Mhm.
wrong?
Let's go. I'll play a
We're
song.
all heavily armed.
Yeah. It's just a dinner.
If we sit down and eat, would that count as a short rest?
Yes. So Scarcia is a stout woman, and she has this massive basset hound, Frederick, that keeps trying to climb into her lap throughout the dinner. Eugen, the auxiliary tax collector, is a gaunt man with thin gray hair and stooped shoulders. And he has absolutely abhorrent table manners. He burps loudly, wipes his hands on his shirt, and eats constantly throughout the meeting, talking with his mouth full of food without remorse.
Ugh.
Ivan, the burgomaster, is of course accustomed to being listened to and obeyed. And he interrupts and talks over the others, and simply can't imagine that anyone would disobey his orders. He is a vain man, and regularly primps and preens over his clothing, distractedly flicking lint from his shirt or worrying over a scuff in his boots. And he seems to have a weakness for mystics and fortune tellers and likes to sprinkle the concepts of fate and divine will into the conversation. But he does explain the predicament that the village is facing. The summer saw a weak harvest, and a mold outbreak ruined much of the grain stores. In less than a 10-day, the village has to pay the taxes to Lord Strahd in the form of grain and livestock. And the food that will remain after the taxes are paid isn't enough to feed the village through the rest of winter. And he knows that you have traveled the countryside extensively, and also bring magics from strange lands, and he wants to know if there's anything that you can help to offer that might help Erasmus survive the coming famine. There's for example, there's a field of turnips that were caught in an early freeze and cannot be harvested. And perhaps you had some powers that could warm the land and save the harvest.
Gosh, if only we had a druid with us.
Well, you could just cover them with a good layer of straw and dig them up later.
Is that for
I
true?
mean, magic. I don't have anything soft enough. Everything would just like burn it up.
So the burgomaster leans in at one point and says, "There are sick and infirm villagers who will die soon, regardless of how much food is stored. Until then, they're eating food that could save the rest. Maybe you'd be willing to help thin the herd a little."
Are you asking us to call the sick?
No.
Hope just very slowly pulls out her hand axe and just goes, "No."
I've done some morally questionable actions in my life, but that's a bit fucked up even for me.
All right.
Everett goes over and kicks him in the shin.
Well, right at that point, just at that point, a villager named Babbitt bursts into the dining room with urgent news. Babbitt works at the grain mill, and he's very upset and begs everyone present to come to the sheep pen right away, and explains that something has happened to Lord Strahd's sheep.
Uh-oh.
Things happen to the sheep.
Right.
You can...
swear this place just keeps getting worse and worse the longer we're here.
This is awesome. It's like Mission Impossible.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I'll get up and start following the guy to the sheep.
Yeah,
Go
we
check
can
out the
we
sheep.
can we can go check out the sheep and the grain mill.
Make sure
Okay.
it's not some
Takes the
drunken
burgomaster.
village people.
Before
He kicks the
leaving,
burgomaster one more time and then leaves.
both of the tax collectors don their half plate armor and leave the room and go with you. The sheep's pen is just a wide wooden hut within a few hundred yards of Ivan's stately house. There is a single door with a lock that hangs ajar. Inside, the dirt floor is covered with straw and dung, and the scent of blood hangs in the air. In the center of the room stands a hulking brute of a man holding the bloody head of a sheep. A few other sheep head skulls can be seen scattered in the room, but no major bones or other signs of carcasses. The man is Luca Barbu. He works for Ivan, tending the sheep collected as taxes. Luca was kicked in the head by a mule as a young boy and bears a large dent in his forehead. This injury greatly impaired Luca's intelligence, and he has trouble communicating. He
I think I found the
suffers
issue with your sheep.
from fits of rage, which can be frightening to witness. To add to his woes, the town barber, his father, Costel Barbu, disappeared a week ago. Babbitt explains that he went to deliver feed to the sheep and he found Luca here and the sheep gone. It appears that a dozen sheep have been horribly massacred and only a few skulls and scattered bones remain.
So, are there any alive sheep left?
It's not clear, but I'm going to say yes.
Who has talked to animals?
If only you
I
had a
think-
druid that did that.
If only we had a druid, but I think I see the issue with the sheep.
They're dead.
You do?
They're in pieces.
Parts of them over there, parts of them over there.
A bit of them in the rafters, actually. I don't think they're supposed to be there.
Oh, there's your problem right there.
So let me see if I understand the situation correctly. You just came back to find Luca here and a bunch of disassembled sheep.
Right.
Putting it lightly.
Right.
Is Luca just covered in blood?
He is.
Okay. Maybe we could just, ask him. If he's not that smart, he's probably not going to hide too much.
Seems unlikely that he did it. I mean, just
Yeah.
given the whole story.
I would love to just sorry, it was Luca who told us this?
Babbitt, right?
Yeah, Babbitt, right.
Yeah. And Luca hasn't said anything or done anything?
Again, Luca is not necessarily much of the talkative type, so he's just been standing here quiet.
Can I ask Luca what he saw?
Luca went to get stones to fix the fence. All day Luca is getting stones.
But you're covered in blood and are standing in a room full of parts of sheep.
Did you hurt the sheep, Luca? Tell me you didn't bounce them hard.
Luca's favorite sheep is Brownie. Brownie was nice to Luca and always let him pet her. One day Brownie was gone.
Was that today?
No. Brownie is in the dirt.
Oh, I'm sorry. So the sheep were fine this morning before you went to look at get the stones.
Luca can't count the sheep because he got kicked in the head.
But he would have noticed if there was bloody sheep bits, right? This morning before he went to get stones.
Luca was getting stones to fix the fence. All day, Luca is getting stones.
Okay, but how did you get covered in blood?
He just gestures around the room.
Yeah.
Can we tell how long ago the sheep were killed?
Let's see. Let's get some survival checks or investigation checks. Medicine.
Just
Let's do survival.
Okay, so a great medicine check. The bite marks on the sheep skulls were made by large teeth, canines, incisors, and molars. This would indicate that whatever ate these sheep was a large-sized omnivore, such as a bear or a giant badger. As far as our survival checks, we've got a 13. And you can see that the only footprints in the pen and yard are human and sheep. There are more patches of dried blood spread around the room, suggesting more animals were butchered here than the current 3 skulls would suggest. It would appear that these pools were created at varying times during the last few weeks, not all at once.
okay. I look back at the guy who called us and owns the sheep, and I ask, how many sheep did you originally have for Strahd?
They don't ever give an exact figure, but I'll say 20.
Okay.
Right.
And there's only 3 here, so something has been slowly killing the sheep off.
And they didn't notice this, feeding 20 versus feeding the 3 that were left. Where'd the rest of them go?
Is there any signs they've been moved or dragged or anything like that?
Nothing that you can see, no. Luca is upset and says he wants to go home.
That's probably a good idea. But Vavik, when does Vavik, the grain or the miller, come to the sheep pen regularly?
Not daily, maybe once a week or so.
And he hasn't noticed anything problematic with the sheep before this?
He's never made a habit of counting them, so if 1 or 2 were disappearing here and there, he might not have noticed.
But he would have noticed if there was blood.
He likes to think so.
Yeah. Huh. So there's no obvious tracks we could follow, like blood spatters out somewhere or anything like that.
The burgomaster, for his part, is now a little concerned that they don't have enough for Lord Strahd's taxes, and he orders that the remaining animals be rounded up right now. Not exactly enthused about the Scotia, isn't enthused about it and disagrees and raises protests, but ultimately gets gets overruled, and she is set about the task of going and gathering these animals now. You can hear voices raised in anger and doors being forced open as the burgomaster is busy gathering enough livestock to replace the ones that have now turned up missing. He says that they all kind of suspected Luca was in on it, but you guys seem to want to place the blame elsewhere. And so the burgomaster suggests perhaps getting Luca out of here before any kind of mob justice happens. People might go ahead and blame him anyway. And perhaps it's best if he's not on the scene, as tempers are starting to run high in the village now.
I want to ask the burgomaster. So, what of this that you're collecting is your share?
What are you insinuating?
I'm just asking.
I provide more than enough of my share for this village. I can promise you that.
Well, in lean years, sometimes you might need to give a little more.
And Fancy's like, Chantal is like Mother Teresa.
Well, I am a cleric, right? And my deity is all about hope and improving people's lots and making the world a better place. So
He's like a very plain deity.
plain, did you say?
Ouch.
So should we?
It seems like such a common aspiration for a god to have.
Them's fighting
And yet
words.
I've seen you cook people alive with fire, and that clearly wasn't improving their lives.
Says the guy with a few heads around his belt.
Hey, I killed I killed one of these myself.
Yes, you did.
Yes. Yeah.
To be fair, after you're burned alive, can your life get much worse? So
It's also
it's only
true.
up from there.
It really is only up from there.
Should we stand guard over these next sheep?
Well, that's good.
Make
yeah.
sure no one kills them.
As long as Fancy can live through this, he's going to be the next Johnny Cash. Okay, sorry.
Want to sleep in the stalls? Everett loves that idea, by the way.
No, I want to sleep in a bed.
It is a bed. It's a bed of hay.
No.
I was going to say Chove is down to do it, though, Britt. Sleeping in the stables.
Okay. Let's sleep in the stable.
Right.
I don't care either way.
Luca wants to go home.
So where does Luca live?
He lives in one of the houses not too far off the village square.
So if Shantala doesn't want to stay in the the stalls, can she take Luca home and check out that place?
Split the party, yay.
Yes. And lose some fireballs.
Why do you want to sleep in the stalls? In case whatever was hunting the sheep comes back?
Yeah.
Not just for the fun of sleeping in itchy straw.
Oh, I've slept in itchy straw for a long time.
No, the Strahd in the shell is just not good, trust me. Okay.
I can show you how to sleep in it more comfortably, Valmo. I'm gonna go make a bed for you.
Yeah. Well, so do we want?
You go do that.
Do we want to take the Burgermaster's hint and do something about Luca, or are we just going to?
I definitely agree with getting Luca out of there because we saw what happened last time with the angry mob. So I don't want him around here. So maybe we can do that first and then come back.
So where are we going to take him? I mean, he can't. Presumably, he doesn't have the capacity to like make a new life somewhere else.
I wouldn't say presumably, more like actually.
So
I
does he have
don't mean to be
relatives?
cruel, but
Does he have relatives anywhere else?
Um,
Family?
Daddy went away. He never said goodbye. Luca thinks Daddy is in the dirt too.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, maybe. What about cousins, aunts, uncles?
He just shrugs. I don't know.
have you ever slept in the barn?
No, silly. Luca sleeps in his bed.
He'll put a nice bed up in the loft for you.
Guys, the town doesn't blame Luca yet. Why don't we just get him home for the night and then we can say, oh, it was a wolf. Wink.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we don't know. Like, it genuinely could be something, and I'm starting to suspect it might be a werewolf in this case, if there's only animal tracks and human tracks.
Except the teeth marks looked like a bear or a giant badger.
Some large omnivore.
Large
Badgers.
omnivore.
Right.
But since there were no animal tracks, I was leaning towards werewolf also.
Werebear.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing. I totally forgot about those.
Oh, there's a werebear?
Well, aren't werebears lawful good or something?
Let's pretend that's not a thing.
Well, he did say like a
Well, they
bear,
have to
right?
eat.
So, Luca's house is a well-built 2-story home, larger and better furnished than many homes in the village. The ground floor is comprised of 3 rooms. There is a common dining room and a kitchen, and a third room served as the late Costal Barbu, basically Dad. He served as the town barber, so there was a barber's chair with some sharp knives, a bucket of dead leeches, a skull screw, and a few anatomical drawings showing where the humors can be extracted from the humanoid body. There are 2 rooms upstairs for Luca and Costal. Thrown madly about the ground floor are a dozen sheep skulls. The back door, the back door shows signs of forced entry, and the air stinks of rotting meat.
You don't think Luca's turning into something?
we should take a look.
Well, don't forget, the back door shows signs of forced entry. Luca is very distraught at the mess in his house and doesn't understand how this happened.
So, do we know about his mom?
She apparently was out of the picture longer ago.
Longer
So-
than the dad. All right.
Yep.
What does the forced entry look like? Like, what kind of forced entry?
Like the door was locked, and someone broke open the lock so that they could gain entry.
Rather than the whole door being smashed, though.
Right.
It's just like the
Right.
lock was.
Right.
It looks like someone's trying. Either it is Luca and he like transforms and doesn't remember it, or someone's trying to frame him.
Who would do that to poor Luca?
Oh well.
Does everybody like you?
People make fun of Luca.
What do they say?
They say Luca's stupid.
That's not very nice.
Hey, is there anybody who really doesn't like you?
He doesn't know.
So maybe we should stay here and see, well, what happens to Luca overnight.
Where does Luca live? What floor?
His room is on the second floor.
And where's the stable?
The stable is up the street, a few hundred yards away.
So we could see it from the
Yeah,
second
you can
or
see
the roof.
Luca's house from the stable and vice versa.
All right, so if we stay at the house with Luca, some of us can keep an eye on the stable.
Right.
That's a good idea.
Well, and is there any clues as to what happened to his father?
No.
He went for cigarettes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery.
He went to the gas station.
Right. There is something of an angry mob that is now gathering outside of Luca's house. Let me advance
Jesus
the time
Christ.
a little bit.
Is it just me, or do they seem to not have anything better to do in this town?
Except the angry and stormy people's homes.
They're bored and told to be scared of people.
It's like we live in Canada.
And they're
Not
Oh.
what Canada's like, not even fucking close. I've seen what Portland's like.
Portland?
Oh, what a fucking joke of a... Anyways.
Oh my God. Kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
No.
You can't say that because you've got it way fucking worse in the States with that kind of BS.
So
Not wrong about that.
the tax collector, Eugen, the one with the bad table manners, has mustered two mobs of villagers to confront Luca. And the villagers won't be satisfied until they see Luca dead. You and I scrape by in our cold homes while this simpleton eats mutton he hasn't earned. What are you going to do about it?
Hey, tax collector, what was your name again?
Eugen.
Right, well, I'm going to refer to you as asshole for a bit because you're wasting everybody's time.
Right. You've got...
Luca didn't kill the sheep. He's not that smart of a person to do that.
One of the villagers throws a glass bottle at you.
I'm just gonna smack it with a shield away. Sorry, do you want to do that? Do you want to try that again?
I yell out from the corner. I wouldn't try it.
We found that the meat was rotten in there, right?
Here, let me...
Could we have the smell of rotting meat?
I feel like this was unavoidable.
I am going to kill them.
Why is the tax collector who was just with the mayor leading the rabble?
Yeah, why is he inciting a riot?
Yeah, it seems like Luca's being set up.
Yeah.
Where are we on this map?
I changed my mind. We'll stay on this map here.
Okay.
Oh.
But the meat was rotting inside his house because he smells rotting meat.
Right. So, so you've got this this huge mob of villagers who is intent on seeing Luca dead, and they are not listening to reason. There's simply too many of them.
Okay.
So you've got a couple of options here. You can either give Luca up to the mob. You can defend him in some kind of fight. You can try to flee the scene with him, or you can try to dissuade this mob from attacking.
have like chunk.
I'm just gonna look over at
Okay.
Fancy and just be like, "It's your time. It's your time,
Like,
Fancy.
later, yeah. Mass hypnosis.
Please tell me you have like a mass suggestion spell, please."
I have amazing things. Hold on.
And we used the cape too.
The cape only gets used once per day. It's not been a day yet.
That's what I mean, is that we've already used the cape, so we can't use it again. Is my point.
What would the cape do? We would be
You
able
would
to
run
get
it
him
like
to
somebody
safety?
would run away with him, like get him, like get a head start, you know.
Yeah.
So we can't get him out of here with the cape. Out of our 4 options.
Right.
Is there any place in this house we could securely hide him? A basement or attic that's not.
So if you
Broken
want to attempt to convince the villagers of Luca's innocence, you can make a persuasion check. Alternatively, if you want to use less polite means to disband the mob, you could use an intimidate check.
I'll use persuasion.
All right. Excellent. All right. So you do talk the mob down, and Luca is extraordinarily grateful and removes a ragged velvet bag he wears around his neck and hands it to his friend, Fancy.
To me?
Yeah,
Fancy has
you're
another
Luca's
groupie.
friend.
Fancy pretends like he's getting flowers, and he says, "Thank you."
All right, here's the. Let me just give it a quick proofread here to make sure there's nothing untowards in here. Okay. I just proofread it. There's nothing bad in there. So just a little bit about that bag that Luca gave to you, Fancy, in order for saving him from the mob of villagers. Eugen storms off in frustration once the mob disperses. But let me find that mentioned.
Can we see where he's going?
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow Eugen.
He went back toward the stables.
What's the matter,
Meet up with the
Eugen?
Burgermeister.
Right.
I'm just gonna cut him off as he tries to leave. I'm not letting him go.
Here is the letter to Luca's dad that was in that. So, right about when this is all happening, there is a terrible scream that shatters the silence. Scarcia has discovered the head of an unfortunate villager. You turn and see a woman running towards the dispersing mob, and she holds the tattered, bloody body of a child in her arms and screams, "It's here!"
What's here?
Oh no.
The mob disperses in a panic, and the villagers rush home while Scarcia tries in vain to rally them to fight the threat. Some whatever was killing the sheep is here, and it's killed this poor child. She explains, and people scatter in every direction.
Well,
At least it wasn't Luca. We know that because we were with him.
Right.
I can't believe.
So wait, they're ready to kill a boy, but then when the actual threat shows up, they run away?
Yep.
Right?
They're being manipulated.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, so what does Eugen have to say for himself?
He has disappeared in the crowd.
Silas wasn't able to stop them.
There was a mass of people, and with all the confusion, he was able to slip away.
I'm a coward.
What a fucking coward.
Well, we can catch up to
Should have
him.
killed them a long time ago.
Absolutely. Right, let's go deal with this fucking monster. And then we'll deal with the other monster.
I feel
Does
like
anyone
we're
know what
judging
the
him.
monster looks like?
Let's see. Let's roll a d6 and find out what happens here. 3.
They just know that something's there to kill, but that no one has an eyewitness of it.
So, in a fit of panic, as you're going through the village, you see that in a fit of panic, Babbitt has accidentally run his father through with his pitchfork. He was carrying the pitchfork as part of the angry mob, and when everybody started breaking and running in all sorts of directions, he accidentally ran his father through. His father is on the ground dying as his son stares in disbelief. And the man is dying now unless you can render some kind of aid.
Fancy races towards him and casts Cure Wounds.
You could do a medicine check just to stabilize. You wouldn't have to spend a spell.
I can do a medicine check.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So you're able to stabilize the man who was hurt in this accident. And
Chantala assisted Vince.
right. Okay, so let me put us on a map. A little bit closer here. And let me adjust this encounter.
Adjust it down, aren't you?
No, I'm adjusting it up.
I was doing the hand wave little.
Right.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Right.
Ellie didn't
so,
work.
So let's see. All right. I will drop you guys here on our little map, and we can.
Don't see myself on this map.
Not yet.
All in the far right.
There's Silas, Space Bear, and Valmo. So it is dark here. The sun has gone down, and you are going street to street. There are people running in every which direction, and screams coming as people are in a general panic here in the village.
Is initiative considered a skill, or what is it?
I don't know exactly.
We're rolling initiative.
We haven't
Okay.
we haven't come across it, found it yet, right?
Okay, I just saw people rolling initiative. I was like, yeah, I probably should do that. Well, anyways, that's there. I'm just gonna start moving forward.
So no one's actually seen a monster.
So let me see.
Do we have torchlight, or is it pitch black?
I have dark vision.
Yeah, some
have
of
dark
you
vision.
have torches and others have dark vision.
I could produce 10 sunlight for 10 minutes in a 30-foot radius.
Does that thing recharge?
What thing?
The Raven kind or whatever that one thing.
Oh yeah. Every morning it recharges.
Okay.
It regains 1d6 plus 4 at dawn.
It's useful. Probably useful around too, right? Even though if the charges just go away.
Yeah.
I want it right.
Let me do the sunlight. Spend 5 charges. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have enough charges.
Where is Velma?
I'm at the back still. I was reading up on the Ravenkind.
So you hear a sudden scream coming up from the building in front of you. And as you approach, you can see Eugen, whose mouth has opened to monstrous proportions, and he is actually devouring whole one of the villagers and a few other corpses rise and serve him, and that's where we can roll initiative.
Nice.
Oh, there he is.
Bleh.
Really? Now I roll high?
Okay, so the reason I was asking if it was a skill check, because I wanted to see if I could add my card to the roll. The 1d8 after making a skill or attack roll.
So who are we missing from initiative? Nobody. Okay. All right. So Everett, you get to act first as you come around the corner and see Eugen in his monster form, with this massive gaping maw where his jaw is completely unhinged and fully takes up half of his body volume.
Oh. I'm gonna go run over and be next to Silas. That's kind of scary. Just because I'm nearby, I will. We'll take a longbow shot at him.
Okay. All right. Armor class 12, or excuse me, armor class 17, so 12 misses.
Yikes! 17.
Right. He's wearing that half plate armor.
You got +4 because I'm near Silas. It doesn't matter.
That's not
Right. And is that it for Everett?
Yes, because I'm not terrified.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide.
Eugen gets a number of legendary actions. He's going to use one of them now. And he launches a glob of rancid spittle right out at you, Silas and Evie, and hits the both of you. So why don't you make a Constitution saving throw, the two of you?
Funny, and Evie gets a +4 to the save.
Thank you. Everett's happy too. A plus
4.
+4, so
I
11.
think you still failed, right?
Okay.
So
I take
16
8
poison damage and you're poisoned. Silas, you just take half damage and you're not poisoned.
Yep. That damage has been reduced.
What is poisoned? Poisoned. There we go. All right, so that was the legendary action. And then we go to Silas's turn.
In response to such a weak display, Silas will use the Radiant Soul and just throw a pair of celestial wings.
All right.
And then casually approach this horror. That is his action. Bonus action, I'm going to cast Divine Favor.
All right.
And next, that is my action, my bonus action, so that's my turn.
All right.
So these are new wings for you.
Yeah, pretty much. Instead of the normal raven wings, they are just radiant angel. Well, radiant and angelic.
Quite a change.
Everett's in looking at it with his mouth open, not quite as big as Eugen, but
So Eugen uses his legendary action, Pounce, and he leaps across the road over to Shantala and makes an attack. Does a 15 hit you, Shantala?
What's my armor class? My armor class is 15. So 7 damage?
7 damage, right.
Oh, I was expecting a lot worse.
Let's see. It makes a single attack. Well, I guess he could have used his bite attack. There was nothing saying he couldn't use his bite attack. But I already did the longsword, so I'll stick with my thing. But he should have used his bite. All right, Valmo.
All right. Hit him with fire bolt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no dice.
And then for the bonus, cast the spiritual weapon.
Here comes the spiritual weapon. Let me give you control of it. There you go.
Perfect.
All right, and the spiritual weapon missed.
With the 16? All right.
16 miss, right. Armor class 17.
Good to know. That'll be it.
So he is going to use his wretched spittle power again to target Chove, Fancy, and Space Bear.
Is that a con?
It's a con save, right?
He's doing a lot of stuff when it's not his turn.
Right?
Right? It's legendaries.
I know. Got a lot of them.
So Fancy, that's a con save.
I know, I'm following.
Okay. Hey, look at that.
Hooray.
All right, so
Give me my card.
Chove and Space Bear, you're poisoned.
What was the
And-
DC on that?
13.
Let's go with one of these then.
All right, there you go. So you're not poisoned and you take half damage. Chove, you took 17, but Fancy and Space Bear, you took 8.
All right.
Nice.
All right, and that is all of his legendary actions for this round.
But he still has his turn.
Right. This guest back here is just going to step forward on Silas. 22 hit.
Yeah, that hits for 10
All
slashing.
right. And make a con save or be paralyzed.
All right. 10.
Just
Oh,
made it.
no.
All right. Just made it.
Okay.
So not paralyzed. That's all the guest gets to do. Now it's Eugen's turn. Let's see. What's he going to do on his turn? Let's do that bite that he should have done on... So he did miss. You can see the amount of damage it does when he hits, though.
Yeah.
His mouth grows into a giant, grotesque maw, and he actually just tries to take a massive bite out of you. And you dodge the attack, and that is all he gets to do on his turn.
Do we have to do the horror save or?
Oh, when yeah, I guess it's a charisma saving throw. Let's have everybody make a charisma saving throw, because everybody can see this.
What's the DC?
10.
Oh, my charisma saving throw is literally above 10. Do I need to get rolled?
No, then you're good.
Okay. Just paladin things.
Shantala and Valmo failed the horror save, so you guys are frightened.
Oh.
That means we can't approach him.
Oh, wait. I'm poisoned, right? So do I have to do that with disadvantage?
I think poison is just attack rolls are with disadvantage.
Attack and
rolls
ability checks.
and ability checks, not saving throws, right?
Oh, okay, wait, ability checks. Okay, great.
All right, so Valmo and Shantala, you're frightened of Eugen now, and then we're at Space Bear's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do something different for once. Okay. So I need a Slaad, SLAAD, on the map beside Eugene.
What kind of Slaad?
Oh, or is there more than one?
There is. There's blue sleds, death sleds, gray sleds, green sleds, red sleds.
Oh, damn.
So what happens when this spell is over?
It disappears.
You can't leave the plane of dread.
There's a whole bunch of them. Oh my god.
You should choose a gray slab. Those things are amazing.
Gray slat it is then.
Gray sled.
And yeah.
Let me give you control of him.
Mm-hmm.
Please use the first edition art for the token. God, that thing looks so stupid.
In players' journals, Space Bear, controlled by Space Bear. All right, you should have access to the sheet and the and moving the token now. There you go.
All right. I can scroll way up. Where is the slide? Is that under character sheets?
No. If you hold Alt and double click the token, it should open it up.
Oh, okay. That gave me. I'm not on. Yeah, hang on. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so this guy has multi attack.
Looks that way.
And
Do we need to put him in his own initiative, or does he act on yours?
he acts at the end of my turn.
Okay.
He shares an initiative, but acts right after me.
Got it.
According to the spell. Makes 3 attacks, 1 with bite and 2 with its claws. See if this works. Wow, good job. And 2 with its claws.
There's a hit for 4. And a hit for 12. All right, 16 points of damage.
All right, and now I continue reading.
So I wonder, does the Slad's attacks count as magical?
Reading.
Well, it's not an actual creature; it's a spirit.
Yeah. Combat creature shares the initiative count, takes a turn immediately, blah, blah, blah. Nice picture. I don't know.
I'm going to say it's not magical, so
Yeah,
he's resistant to it.
I guess it would say if he was.
Right. Usually it would. It would.
Okay.
All right. And
Oh no, I believe gray slabs, their attacks are considered magical.
Okay, I'm moving.
Yeah, magic weapon. The slad's weapon attacks are magical.
Are magical. They are. Right. It says it right there. Right. Okay. So let's go ahead and take off that 8 hit points.
All right.
All 16. Very good. All right, Fancy.
Tasha's hideous laughter. Oh, no, okay.
All right, and that is a wisdom saving throw. He failed.
That's right.
And he falls prone.
Fancy's like, get her done! And he just, like, loves it. That's it. I'm done.
All right, that's a concentration spell for Fancy, so you're on that. Oh, that was a wisdom saving throw? He has advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
What a tease.
Right. So it did not affect him, thanks to advantage.
Oh. He has advantage on dex and wisdom saves, and I have disadvantage on attacks. Like, there's nothing I can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have the same problem.
All right, Silas, you get tagged for 7 damage and another con save.
Okay. 7 points of damage. 9. Oof.
All right, so you are paralyzed for 1 minute. You can repeat this save at the end of each of your turns.
Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, that's still an attack roll, not a save. Okay.
All right. Chove.
All right, let's see what I still have left at this point. So there's nothing I can do to, like, what I've never been poisoned before, so there's no check I make to see if, like, I snap out of it or heal myself right.
Let's see. So this was the ability he used. It says at the end of each of its turns, a target may attempt another saving throw. So at the end of your turn, you can do another save, con save DC 13 against this condition.
Gotcha.
But that's at the end of your turn. In the meantime, you have how does it word it? Let me toggle it back up here. You just have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Cool. Okay. Can I? No. Damn. Okay, I can't move that far. I will get to about here. Is he undead? Is there?
No, he's a humanoid.
Oh God. Okay. Also, I no longer have the handout, but that letter that we got from Lucas,
yeah.
It talked about a ring.
Yes, there was a ring in the bag with the letter.
Right. Talked about a ring and somebody with an extreme hunger. Thank you. Da-da-da.
And the ring
has been imbued with a spell that will suppress this man's hunger for a short while. Should be enough to give you time to escape. Okay, so we get the ring around him. We can. Yeah, so it looks like we just need the ring on him and it'll suppress him if I'm reading that correctly.
It says it's a ring of spell storing.
Right.
But it doesn't say what spell it is.
Right, it doesn't, does it? But I'm going to go ahead and
So you shouldn't have to put it on him. You should be able to use it.
Right. And it's
It's
storing a spell called Remove Curse.
Oh, okay. I can't cast that. What spell level is that? Remove Curse.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's in the ring. Anyone can cast it.
Right. Oh, anyone can cast. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm thinking because I'm out of spell slots. I can't cast anything. So I guess in that case, I'll look at Fancy because he gave it to Fancy and be like, Fancy, pass me the ring. Or use the ring. Okay, but can I do that for my turn and then attempt to cast Remove Curse on him?
Yeah, you can use the Ring of Spell Storing and do that, and that doesn't even factor into your poison. There's no disadvantage. So let's see, how does Remove Curse work?
Yeah, I gotta look at that spell.
Let me look it up, and because I'm sure he gets some kind of saving throw or something against it.
used it on Chove, but of
It's
course.
touch. No.
That's your touch. All curses affecting one creature or object end. It doesn't say he gets a saving throw against it.
No, it's yeah. But
If I get to here, can I touch him?
If you're standing
grab
next
him.
to him, you can touch him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I get here.
Yeah.
And I touch him, trying to cast Remove Curse on him.
All right. And this is what it says. It says Luca's power. It should say Eugen. I think that's a typo. Eugen's power comes from the curse he bears.
So he no longer has the bite and the spittle. Nice.
Right. And it seems like that would be for the rest of the fight, so that's a serious blow to him.
excellent.
All right. So good work, Chove. Shantala.
Right. So he's prone.
Is he prone?
Yeah, because Fancy like.
Nope.
Oh,
No,
no,
he
but it
saved
didn't
it.
work because he had advantage on the save, so he never fell prone.
Oh, right. Sorry, wishful thinking.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Okay, so he's standing right in front of me. Okay. Oh, no.
I gotta start looking at all these red cards. There's a lot of red down on the table. I gotta stay on top of this. All right.
Oh, like really?
So that's it for Shantala?
Yeah. No.
You would have had disadvantage on that attack roll anyway because you were frightened.
No reason to like roll it again.
At the end of your turn, you can totally make that charisma saving throw again.
Okay, because I should do better on that. I'm going to just take my chances.
All right,
No.
he's going to attack. And missed.
Excellent. So.
All right, and you're no longer frightened.
Good.
All right, and then we go to the top of the round. Eugen's legendary actions all recharge, though he doesn't have access to the spittle anymore. And we go to Everett, who is poisoned.
Everett's very worried about Ellis. He's gonna do the only thing he can actually. Is produce flame at the gas to his left.
All right, so that hits for 5 fire damage. Let me ask you, that summon aberration, is that a concentration spell, Space Bear?
Yes, it is.
All right, let me mark you as concentrating.
Yep.
While I'm earning inspiration
Right.
for pointing out the fact that I am poisoned. I have to roll that again? Produce flame? Is it only on the Eugen for poisoning me? I think I have disadvantage on all attacks, right?
Yes, yeah, you do.
I get an inspiration for that, don't I? Honesty doesn't win me a damn thing, does it? Try it again.
Okay, in this case.
Oh, really?
In this case, I'll give you inspiration.
And I can use it now to re-roll that.
No, you have to take a
All
red
right.
card, but now you have inspiration and a red card. So.
Okay, I'll take a red card.
All right, and this is
It's
where
so bad.
Eugen will use his first pounce action. And
Wait, I gotta run. I want to run first.
Okay.
Where am I? Oh, I gotta click on this. I want to get out of his line of sight. I'm gonna go over here. Okay. You can't see me.
He pounces here, and let's see, 1, 2, Fancy, 3, 4, Shantala. Going after Shantala.
What? Like, why is he focused on me?
He really doesn't like you.
That misses, though.
All right, so that was his first legendary action, and we go to Silas.
Okay.
Who's paralyzed.
So I get to make my save.
Right.
I tried, Silas. I tried.
19.
There
No
you
longer
go.
paralyzed.
No longer paralyzed.
All right.
All right, and let's do another legendary action. Let's pounce again. He pounces over to Space Bear and tries to hit you, Space Bear. $16 hits.
Yep.
All right, so take that 6 damage, but more importantly, why don't you make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can keep that spell going?
That guy thinks he slaps.
Oh my god.
No, spell fails. Gray Slad goes bye-bye.
Where does the gray sled go?
Actually, I've got something I can do here. What about one of these? Creature makes attack roll against you. Use your action to impose disadvantage on his roll.
All right, so let's make him roll it again. 12. That turns a hit into a miss. So you don't fail your Constitution, and the spell stays active. All right.
Fantastic.
That was your reaction, right?
Yep.
All right. And then we go to Valmo.
I'm frightened means all my attacks are at disadvantage. Right.
Correct.
These black lines, are they walls or are they ditches?
That's the edge of the road.
Okay, so it's not like I can jump down and be out of sight. Get out of sight.
No. I guess they're short walls, so it does say over here that the thicker lines are short walls, so I guess you could crouch behind a short wall. Give yourself half cover anyway.
I'm more concerned about him being out of not being able to see him to take away the disadvantage. For here.
Opportunity attack. Valmo, do not leave Fancy.
Wait, this is a building set.
Say again?
That's better.
I'm going to jump down here so I'm not away from Fancy. And can I hit this with a firebolt?
Yeah. Your attack is at disadvantage.
Is it still?
Yep.
I'm behind the wall.
But you have to be above the wall to shoot the attack.
Okay.
So that unfortunately misses. And now you get to redo your charisma saving throw, DC 10.
I still have a bonus attack.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I'm going to send the hammer over to helicopter first.
Do you have that much movement? Oh, over there. Got it. Right. Spiritual weapon hits with advantage for 4 force damage.
And then charisma, concentration.
Yep. Okay, no longer frightened. All right. Surrounding poor Silas. Gonna try to re-paralyze him.
Okay.
23
hits.
6 damage. And a con save that you crushed.
Okay.
And then, let's see. Eugen gets to go. Space Bear coming at you twice.
Ooh. Ooh. All right. Well, I got through that.
You got through that, right?
That's 17.
17 points of damage.
Got it.
All right, then it's your turn.
All right. Gonna hit him with a poison spray. Ah.
Half damage on a...
No.
No.
I don't think so.
No, okay.
Fantastic. Okay. And then the Great Slide is going to... that's as far as he can go. And he is going to cast Fear.
Wisdom saving throw. Now, it
I
says
guess I've...
he doesn't lose his disadvantage, or excuse me, his advantage on wisdom saves when the curse is removed. So I'm going to let him keep that one. So here comes a wisdom save with advantage.
Yep. Definitely saves.
All right. And that is the end of your turn?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Does Eugen want to do a legendary action here? What's Fancy concentrating on? Nothing, right? You
I
were
don't
going to
think
do
so.
Hideous Laughter, but then it didn't work, right? Okay, let's just go to Fancy then.
Nice. I'm gonna walk into this room. Wow, I don't see any. Well, that's not.
Here, let me actually turn up the dynamic lighting for this level because I don't think it's adding anything. Oops. Let's try that again. Now you can see everything.
Yeah, I was just trying to move up to Adam.
Yeah, so there's a building that you're standing at the corner of, and that's why you can't move through it.
Okay.
All right, this ghast is going to go. Doesn't
Yes.
Chove still poisoned? Didn't you make a? Did you make a poison save at the end of your last turn?
I totally forgot to do that.
Right. Let's do that now. DC 13, so you're not poisoned anymore, and you can start your turn.
Great. Okay, so a lot going on. So let me just see. So I'm gonna make my way to help Silas, but before I do, I just want to do one quick bow attack on him.
Okay.
See if I can hit him. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit him with my bow, and then before using my second attack, I'm gonna head over to Silas. Can I get in the same space as the spiritual weapon?
Sure.
Okay. Let's say I go there, and then and tell me if I can do this. I can switch my blood spirit because I have the two attacks, right?
Right.
Can switch to a weapon. Okay, so I'm gonna use the blood spirit on this ghast right here.
Okay. 15, that hits for 5 damage. All right. Anything else for Chove?
You know what? I can technically still bonus action, so I'll say I bonus action mark this guy with favorite foe, and I'm just gonna add a d6.
Got it. I was going to ask you about that too. Any hunter's mark too?
Well, that's a spell, and I only have one
It's
spell
a spell
slot. So it's I can use favorite foe for a minute, so I might as well save it.
Got it. All right, Shantala.
So if I do a 15-foot cone, would that hit Space Bear?
It would.
So here would it?
Let's see.
Here wouldn't.
Let's see if we can make it work. We got a cone. We got a cone tool. We might as well use it. So if you were right here, a 15-foot cone, yeah, you could get Eugen and only Eugen.
And that's enough to get him?
Yep.
Okay, good. Let me just see if I can find the spell.
That's awesome, by the way.
All right, he gets advantage on his dex saves.
I know, but like everything I have is either a dex or a wisdom save, so you know, what am I going to do?
Right. So that's half damage from burning hands?
Yes, he still gets half damage.
8 points, okay. And because it's use it or lose it, he's going to jump over here to you and pounce. Does a 16 hit you? I think it does.
16 does hit me.
So 8 points of damage. And then we come to Everett.
Everett's absolutely terrified.
Did we forget to do your poison save too?
Did.
All right,
did,
let's do that.
It's a con?
Yeah, con save, DC 13. Okay, so you're still poisoned.
Everett's not having a good day. He's going to go over here where he can see Eugen. He's going to cast his only slot left. I do Moonbeam at 3rd level. Cast it. Really? Alright. 19.
Constitution
put it right over the
save.
top
He does
of him.
not have advantage on Constitution saves.
Really, Dan? Just really?
Oh, but this is Moonbeam. This is the
Moonbeam.
one that that hits him at the start of his turn, right?
Correct.
All right.
Forget that roll. That didn't count.
Right. Totally didn't count. Roll made an error. Doesn't count. Let me drop a Moonbeam on the table. So you want it like right there?
Right there.
All right. Let me see if I can give you control of it. Can be controlled by that guy.
Actually, I'm going to put it here.
Okay.
I guess it really doesn't matter, but I'm going to back up.
All right. You are concentrating on that Moonbeam. All right. So that's what Everett does. Eugen is going to, he's like a little leapfrog, just jumping all over. He's going to leap over here and attack Valmo.
Going to take his 19, though, right? Because he started his turn in the Moonbeam.
It's not his turn.
Oh, are you kidding me? Legendary action gets him out of the Moonbeam?
So Valmo.
That sucks.
That's why it's legendary.
So do I take the 10 or the 7?
The 10.
Plus 3?
The 10. And that's the end of Everett's turn, and we go to Silas.
Yeah, Silas is fucking pissed at these gas. So he's going to turn to the one that he's in flanking with and just delete it off the face of this earth.
All right.
I'm going to make that a Divine Smite. 24 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, please stop existing ghast. Yeah,
38,
take over 40.
45. I think that does it.
He turns to the second one and will also try to cut it down. 11, I'll spend my 1 card to roll in D8 and add it to the attack.
Okay. That
6
turns it
to make
into
that-
a hit.
Cool. It is also going to die. First level Divine Smite is undead. There is no meme. Die.
He's got 31 hit points. I'm pretty sure you did more than 31.
Let me actually just count the total there. 51 points of damage.
Right.
He's then going to fly 5 feet in the air and then 25 feet toward Eugen.
All right.
Just sheer fucking rage.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh,
you see
no.
me? I was supposed to be hiding. Really? Oh, no. Yes, that hits.
So make a Constitution saving throw on your concentration. All right. Moonbeam failed.
Oh,
was a
waste
very
of a
useful
freaking
spell.
3rd level slot.
And you know what we
Can you
did?
cast
We didn't do either. We didn't do your poison save at the end of your turn. So why don't we do that now?
Okay.
Okay, so you're no longer poisoned.
Woohoo.
All right. Now that was Eugen's second legendary action of the round. And that's the end of
That's what-
Silas's turn.
I take 13, so that's...
Yes. Yep. And then we go to Valmo.
I had a plan. Can you cast the Moonbeam again? Or is that it for this?
I have lower level slots, so I have one more, but
Okay.
it doesn't matter. You can jump out of it anytime he wants.
So I'm going to cast. I'm going to cut myself twice and cast Blood Curse of Binding.
Okay.
Must succeed on a strength saving throw of DC 13. I guess I still have to take that damage. Alright. I'll screw that. And I'm just going to hit him with
Well, we need to get to the next point.
We need the XP.
the firebolt. Wait, can I even see him?
Oh, you know what, guys? I owe you an apology. I'll do it right going forward. But look at the last line of his pounce ability.
Still over by me.
I was having him jump 3 times around, so no wonder it was so OP. So I apologize. I'll get it straight going forward.
You take back that last one and.
No, I mean, we have to let everything stand. I mean, but the alternative is just
We'll let it slide since we're such a big group, you know?
chaos. You know, the alternative is chaos. But
This is chaos already.
oops, sorry.
Oops.
After he jumped out of the moonbeam.
Yeah, exactly. Get back on the moonbeam where you belong.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so Valmo, you didn't have advantage on that, right?
No, I rolled with disadvantage, so
Right.
whatever.
Okay, all right. This ghast is no more than Eugen gets to go. Eugen gets 2 attacks with his longsword here against poor little Everett.
Yes, they both hit.
17 points of damage.
Right.
And then we go to Space Bear.
All right, I'm at a distance again, so let's go with these.
18 hits for 13 force damage. 14 misses.
All right. So that's going to be it for me. And then the Great Slad,
Oh, right.
he's going to keep trying to get over there.
All right. Well, he's gonna not quite be the same leapfrog he was, so hopefully
Yeah.
you won't be able to get
Chase him
away.
down eventually.
Apologize again. So, all right, Fancy, what do you got other than moving?
I'm gonna try and destroy this guy.
All right. What's the spell?
Sorry, I was looking it
Dissonant
up.
Whispers. Dissonant Whispers. All right, Wisdom save. He gets advantage on Wisdom saves. So we made it. So that's half damage.
I don't think it's any.
Yeah, half
I'll save
damage.
it takes.
Right, half damage. All right, so 10
Okay,
points of
I'll take-
damage. All right. And then we go to Chove.
Okay, I am also pretty far away, but that's what a bow and arrow is for. Alright, let me see if it's 30 feet again. Get to here and... Yeah, there's no other undead, so I can't move my favorite foe unless he's human, so I can't. Alright, I'm just gonna aim my bow at him, and let's see if I can hit him. Does 17 hit?
17 just hits.
Okay, great. With that 17, I'm going to add on a Searing Smite.
Okay.
I like.
So, sorry about that. I hit the wrong. So he takes another 6, and just to make it even worse, my strikes also.
All right. So 5, 6, and 4. So 15 altogether. All right. We got Chove, okay, and then we go to Shantala.
Oh, right. I had a plan till I moved, and I wasn't sure. Yeah, I think we'll do that.
All right. Advantage on the dex. Failed. 6 radiant damage.
Yay.
All right. Top of round 4. And we got Everett.
Everett is bonus action wild shaping into a constrictor snake.
Okay.
A giant constrictor snake. And he is going to constrict Eugen's ass. Do this from here, or do I have to do it that way?
All right. How do you want to do that?
That's
good. I actually hit.
Contested strength, right?
Did you just beat it?
I think
That
I
just
did.
means you get half damage. I mean,
All right. So
constrictor snake is 2d8 plus 4 for damage. Yeah. 8. 4.
all right.
I'm not constricted, but
14 damage, no constriction.
I'm a little bit protected.
All right. And because he's not constricted, he's going to use his only once this round. He's going to pounce away from the snake over here to Chove, and when he lands, he's going to get a longsword attack against Chove.
Did he get an opportunity attack?
Nope, because it specifically says his movement doesn't provoke opportunity.
Okay.
So Chove takes 6 points of damage, and then we go to Silas. And look at that, I put him even closer to you, Silas.
Yeah, I know,
Oh
right?
yeah. I'm going to
Killed him.
move into flanking, and he's going to have a very not good day.
Right.
Does he count as undead?
No.
Okay,
It's
good.
humanoid, you said, right?
This is
That
going to
is
be like a
important
quantum
information.
leap ending.
It's still gonna hurt quite a bit.
20 hits.
That's a second level divine smite.
32. 42. 45.
35.
45 points on the first attack. Second attack, 24 to hit.
Yep.
Another second level smite.
Ow.
36, 44.
36.
36.
Oh, I don't count the radiant versus undead. I shouldn't have counted that last time. but the effect is still the same. I should give 3 points back. He has about 20 left. You did more than 20. So with 2 slices of your lightsaber, you take out this cursed monstrosity.
I'm gonna cut his head off.
Because, of course.
Don't do it.
It's
on the belt.
going on the belt.
Put it on the belt.
Everett the snake wants to eat it.
It's going on the belt.
I'm not gonna be able to be around you.
It's not like they smell. They're gentle repose.
It doesn't matter. Like, ugh.
Honestly, Joe just shrugs. She
Your
kind of
eyes
gets
will just-
it. You know, she's a hunter. She gets it. You gotta have a trophy.
Poor Shantala.
I'm a city girl, right? And
So
yeah,
that's congratulations.
I'm gonna use my last second level spell slot to cast Gentle Repose on the head,
All right.
and I will take some time to affix it to the belt.
While Constrictor Snake Everett is licking it.
Why are you licking? No, don't ruin. You'll ruin the look.
Well, I guess I'm not a snake anymore.
So congratulations, you all get 550 XP each for that fight.
oh,
And I apologize for making Eugen considerably tougher than he should have been in the early rounds. I had him jumping all over the place, which I shouldn't quite have done, but I caught my mistake at least.
I thought it was us.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit
we're
excessive
doomed.
that he was just leaping all over the battlefield. It's just like it, in hindsight, it kind of, I guess that didn't feel right.
Yeah, for a second I thought he was like a frog, but I had to
Right.
keep reminding myself
Right,
he wasn't.
right. All right, so 550 each with that, and there's Eugen was carrying 2 leather pouches.
Ooh.
Take them.
So
What's in 'em?
the first pouch contains 70 gold of assorted coins. The second contains jewelry and trinkets worth 210. I'll post this here in the chat.
it doesn't say anything specific about the jewelry.
Is it Dornish?
No. So yeah, that's that is it was a short-lived mystery, but that was the mystery of who ate the livestock, and someone had the curse of hunger, which was exponentially getting worse, and just today he crossed the line from killing sheep to killing villagers, as he lost control of his ever-growing hunger. But you have put a stop to all that.
Nice.
The burgomaster, when Eugen is killed, his body curls inwards towards his stomach, and his bones crack, and his skin dries until there is nothing left of him but a mummified husk, which quickly crumbles to dust. The burgomaster returns from wherever he's been hiding, and is quick to place all the food shortages at the feet of the now dead Eugen. Thanks the gods for sending you to preserve the village.
I have had enough of the talk of your gods. All right.
So,
Everett kicks him in the shin again.
Whenever it runs back to us, I give him a good old hair rub, messes up his hair. Yeah, okay, I'll let that slide.
How messed up does Chove look from the fight?
Got 10 hit points.
You go.
we're gonna go have a long rest, aren't we?
Have
sure hope so.
25 additional hit. Have 25 additional hit points from lay on hands.
Wait, can I play this card? Can I play this card? Because it's not going to go to use otherwise.
Okay.
I read it and I was like,
I got one of those too.
What did you touch my head for? Say what you can't touch my head. I don't have any hair. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh my god.
I go over to Shantala.
But I'll give Chove 25 hit points of lay on hands.
thank you.
These cards aren't usually RP related.
Usually they're not.
Right.
Alfred sticks his tongue out at Chove.
Are we in the middle of a battle?
No, the battle is over.
So I can do an enthralling
Who's this
performance.
character?
Well, we should go to the inn,
That was,
and then you could do it.
A corpse that Eugen was feeding on.
Okay.
Or a villager that he was feeding on that is now a corpse.
Yeah, let's go get drunk at the end.
Right.
Please.
Yeah.
Fancy
Like a
starts
drink.
playing the Friends theme.
Oh, nice. Really drunk.
So, the burgomaster asks about the letter to Costal Barbu. He says that Luca mentioned giving you a letter, and he asks if he can see it.
No.
So it was from a personal friend. I don't know that it is really public business.
He says he thinks he knows who sent the letter, and he thinks furthermore that they might be sitting on a substantial pile of resources, resources that could help the village during the upcoming winter, and he's thinking perhaps we should send someone to investigate, to go find this Marilina Fidotov, who sent the letter, and see if we can petition her for aid.
Well, maybe we should do
Want us to
that.
take her resources.
He thinks that's an excellent idea.
In the morning,
Right.
not tonight.
Yep.
After the hangover.
Well,
Yeah.
and I wonder if we should take Luca with us,
Thinking the exact same thing.
or if he. Well, to what's her name?
Melina.
Marilina Fidotov.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the letter invited him and his father to come stay.
Right.
Yeah.
And since he doesn't have sheep to take care of anymore, it might be better for him.
Luca.
Yeah, we still don't know what happened to his father.
Yeah.
I know. Curious.
I've been following the whole thing.
Right. So that is where we will leave it for tonight. We actually ended the night right at the end of a fight, and a little bit of a hook for next time about pursuing this thread to see if Marilina Fidotov doesn't have resources that might be able to help the village, and that's where we'll pick up next Monday night.
Trevor's going the first round.
I
We're
have
going to start
head.
at the
So,
tavern.
should we count a long rest in?
Yeah, I suppose. Why don't we go ahead and make it official now, and I'll advance the clock. And we'll call it a long rest right now.
Sure.
Very quick question, DM. So
Yes.
from last game, when we were crossing over and following the ghost, I fell into some mushrooms, and you told me I lost some hit dice. Do I get them back now after a long rest?
Yes.
Remember, she has Song of Rest too.
Like I fell into a pile of mushrooms, and you said, "Oh,
Right. Yeah, but you got them back.
Okay, so I do get them back from a long rest. Okay,
Right,
I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you literally hang out with Bob Dylan.
Oh, cool.
All right,
Literally.
ladies and jelly spoons, that was another fun one. Thank you again, and I again apologize for misrunning the big bad at the end of the adventure and making him a little tougher. But hey, you know, it gotta.
Worked out.
Sometimes
Better him
sometimes
than
I make
Strahd.
mistakes that make things easier. Sometimes I make mistakes that make things harder. So you know, you roll with it. It all comes out in the wash. So.
Definitely made it interesting.
Right. All right, everybody. And again, I caught up with all of you all during the week. Thank you very much. This is going to take us right through the end of October, really, October 25th. And I don't know if we're gonna. It's very possible that we could wrap up our game in that amount of time. I'm thinking, you know, if we go into November, I don't think we're necessarily going into December. So. If we go into November at all. So we're in the home stretch here, and it's exciting stuff.
Wow, that's like amazing.
I
If
know.
we finish in time for Halloween, what
know.
a way to end the campaign.
I
Yeah,
know,
really.
right? Almost
Yeah.
like I did it on purpose or something.
So
Ah.
that means we're not going to get to a higher level.
Oh no, you still should reach by the time it's all said and done level 10, and possibly even 11.
If we reach 11, I'm sorry, Dan, but every encounter with undead is just gonna stop because of Silas.
It's pretty. You and that sun sword is pretty pretty
Because
much an undead BFG.
I deal so much goddamn radiant damage.
It's a lot.
But once I get to level 11, I get improved divine smite, so I get to add an additional D8 to all my attacks
Oh, there you go.
of radiant damage.
Right.
I was about to say, it's pretty ironic too, because your character's so fucking edgy that his main source of damage is radiant.
It's hard to say.
Oh,
It's hard to say. I freaking heads.
I was challenged by the fact that it wasn't sunlight that I had, so I found some sunlight. I'm working on being able to conjure up sunlight.
Well, I feel like Silas's character has gotten used to being centered in every like single situation he's in. So it's like he thinks he's centered in everything.
I'm trying. Other than the head taking, yeah, no, I get that. I just like playing a paladin who's not good, because I've always really disliked good aligned paladins.
Well, that's because Christians, you know.
Yeah, no,
You don't need to say more.
I'm sorry. I'm only kidding.
I just like playing paladins who are just not the greatest.
Pally's.
It's fun
In
stuff.
I was playing the Descent into Avernus campaign, and
How
the
is
first
that?
thing has you. It's actually really great. The DM had to unfortunately stop running it because of personal issues, but the first part of the game has you fighting off a cult of Bane, and I'm just gonna put the art for the character in the chat because you might recognize something on his face. Boop, boop. Which makes finding a cult dedicated to Bane quite interesting.
What's he got on his face there? Oh, right. Yeah, that looks familiar.
About the Black Hand of Bane.
Right. So here we are on day 21 after you guys all got in a long rest. So we'll start off in the morning in the village of Erasnu.
Cool.
For day 21.
Nice.
All right, folks. Have yourselves a great week, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. And again, thanks everybody for catching up, and we will see you then.
Dan, I will have Strahd's head. Mark my words.
Yes, I have no doubt. Yeah.
See you guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a good
Have a
one.
good night.
Everyone.
You guys are awesome.